Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a book that I recently just started reading. Actually, it's John Maxwell, Relationships 101. I picked this up about 2 months ago, and I bought it at Barnes & Noble, and I actually just recently started reading it. I was reading another book before that, but I just started reading this one like a day or two ago, and I absolutely love it already, and so I wanted to kind of just share a little bit about it with you guys. And really quick, the reason that I wanted to include personal development, growth, feeding your mind, that whole thing as a part of my channel is because it's something that has actually been very, very kind of like vital to my life in the last 2 years. Some crazy stuff has happened in the last 2 years in my life. One aspect of my life kind of derailed, and another one kind of, went a different way than I thought it was gonna go, and another one, just kind of fell together, and, some blessings, some things that I thought were gonna be, like just tragic, and they ended up being, not tragic in the end. But a lot of things that have required a lot of mental stability, a lot of mental clarity, and mental toughness. And that is something that has always been a huge struggle for me. I've always been very emotional as a person, and I've needed to be emotionally tough in the last couple of years, and I've had a very strong state of mind. I'm very, very mentally strong but very emotionally weak. Actually, a great friend of mine actually told me that once, and to be able to get a grip on my emotions, I've needed to constantly remind myself of certain things, constantly remind myself about, the power of my own mind. And when you have a clear head, you kind of leave room for a lot of, creative thinking to happen. And so this book, I think, could be helpful to anyone, not just someone who has to deal with people on a day-to-day basis like myself, but someone who just wants to have healthy relationships with, their mom or their brother or their sister or their friends or, their significant other. This is relationships, like all kinds of relationships. Not the kind of relationships where it's like, your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife, because let's face it, if there was a book on that, it would probably be sold out everywhere, and there'd probably be no divorces or no breakups. And clearly that is not the case here. So it's about relationships in all aspects of your life. Especially, I think this is geared a little bit more towards business relationships and partnerships and coworkers and that type of stuff, but it still holds so much value for, a normal person who maybe doesn't have a job or who maybe doesn't have a business or something like that. But anyway, so the first thing is respect. Oh, this is for the first thing. There's 5 things that he talks about in order to have solid relationships. And so the first thing is respect. The second thing is shared experiences. The third thing is trust. And the fourth is reciprocity, like reciprocal or reciprocate. And the fifth is mutual enjoyment. So obviously, respect is a huge thing. When you want to have a solid, successful relationship with anyone, you should probably respect the other person. Number 2, shared experiences. Have something in common with somebody else, and dwell on those things. Dwell on the things that you guys have in common and that you share an experience, and not the things that you disagree with completely. Number 3, trust. You should obviously trust somebody that you're going to have any type of partnership, any type of relationship with. Number 4, reciprocity, meaning being able to put yourself in the other person's shoes, being able to be empathetic and not one-sided all of the time. And number 5, mutual enjoyment. So being able to really be around another person and, or whoever you're trying to better your relationship with, and, actually take time to really enjoy yourself with them. Give them a chance to show you that they can be, fun, or that you guys can have a good laugh together or something like that. The people that usually you have the best relationships with, kind of, you have all three, you have at least 3 of 5 of those things. You respect them, you trust them, and you enjoy yourself around them. Or, you get along with them, you have things in common, and, you can put yourself in their shoes very easily. And so those 5 things are huge. That's all I'm really going to talk about when it comes to this book. I think that I wouldn't do it justice by just sitting here and spitting out a bunch of things from it at you guys. I think that it's definitely one that you want to have in your purse or in your backpack, something to kind of just refer to when someone's maybe ticking you off a little bit and you're just like, okay, you kind of focus, center yourself a little bit, gather yourself together and read a little excerpt from this. And I think that this could be extremely valuable in kind of calming you down, maybe, you know, helping you to not be so irritable or irritated or something with a certain person, and you know, really just kind of help your relationships to grow and to thrive and to be better. You know, that's what I kind of try to focus on every single day, is just being better in all aspects of my life than I was the next day. And you know, let's not forget, you know, like, I'm a human too. I am definitely somebody who tries to be, I try to be, you know, empathetic. I try to put myself in other people's shoes as much as possible. I try to, you know, respect people and kind of, you know, give them the benefit of the doubt and be a person that people like to be around. But I'm a human too, you know. I can't always be, I can't always be the one that just likes everybody all the time. There's going to be those people that you meet that you're just like, oh no, oh no. But reading stuff like this and constantly putting good input into my head, you know, that leads to better days, that leads to better weeks, that leads to better months, you know. But when I'm, you know, neglect to grow myself, and when I neglect to be consistent in, you know, reading or just feeding my mind, I tend to have some bad days, and that leads to bad weeks, and that leads to bad months. And then, you know, you sit there and you wonder, and you complain about having, you know, being in a slump or being in, you know, a state where you don't feel like you're thriving, and you haven't really been doing anything to change, you know, your habits or to better yourself in any way. And so I think that doing something as simple as reading a less than a 100-page book to better your relationships, you can better a lot. You know, if you can get a grip on your relationships in life, you can get a grip on a lot of other aspects of your life. And so that is just a little bit about that book. I definitely recommend it to anybody. Literally anybody can read this book, and anybody can benefit from this book. And it's been super helpful to me. And if you guys go out and you do pick it up and you do want to kind of share your thoughts and exchange, you know, exchange thoughts on this book, definitely let me know. Comment. If you guys like to see stuff like this, let me know. If you don't like to see stuff like this, I'm probably going to film it and put it up anyways, because I think that it could add value to maybe 1 or 2 people. And if it hits 1 or 2 people in a good way, then that is enough for me. Again, I'm not claiming to be any type of psychologist or guru in the personal development area. I'm just somebody who's greatly benefited from it, and I think that I would be greedy if I kept all of these great books and ideas and audios to myself. So I'm definitely going to be talking a lot more about this stuff, but if you like it, let me know. Leave some comments, suggestions, recommendations of books that you guys have read that maybe you guys have had, you know, a great experience with, or have, you know, it's added some value to your guys' life. And that is going to be it for today. In my next video, just for warning, I will be wearing the same shirt. I'm going to be uploading a video next week, kind of giving, I'll keep it a secret, but I'm going to be wearing basically the same shirt in my next video, because I filmed them all on the same day. I think I'm doing a total of 3 videos today, so my next couple videos I might be the same. I'm gonna be really busy in the next couple weeks, and I don't know when I'll get another chance to film, so that's why I took today to make multiple videos. But just letting you guys know that, so you don't like freak out. But yeah, that is it. Get this book. Don't hit yourself in the face with it. Get this book. Have a great Friday.